Nicole, I really love you. You know that, and I understand what you're saying. And, I kind of agree with a lot of what wait till the facts come in. But this is what I've got out of the speech last night. At the beginning, I was almost crying. I thought he was going to, drop out. And I was, when he started thanking all the people that donated to his campaign or people with very little money, I mean, it made me, but the thing is, he's still, nor has Liz Warren, who I was down on and thought was a seller. Neither of them have actually said Hillary Clinton is the best candidate.
No, and if you listened carefully, and believe me, for me it was really hard to watch that edition of the Rachel Maddow show because I'm so disgusted with Rachel Maddow right now. But if you listen to it, Elizabeth Warren did not talk about how great Hillary Clinton is. She talked about how horrific Donald Trump is.
Right.
I don't think, look, I believe her sentiments lie with Bernie. I believe her ideology, her political beliefs are much closer to Bernie Sanders than they are to Hillary Clinton. But I think she's being very pragmatic here. I think she said at the beginning, obviously, I'm more with Bernie, but I'm going to stay neutral. I'll support whoever wins the nomination to make sure that the Republicans don't get control of the executive branch of the government. Look, sadly, we do have a two-party system in this country. I've lost listeners in the past for saying that, but it's true. Even though there's no provision for political parties in the Constitution, this is what it's come to. Would I love to see a change? Absolutely. But right now, frankly, if the Republicans get control of the White House, forget about Trump and Clinton for a moment. Let's just talk about the two parties. Their agenda is to not even consider Medicare for all, or using raising the retirement age. I mean, lowering the retirement age or expanding Social Security. Their agenda is to undo all of it, to undo the New Deal, to undo the Great Society, to do away with Social Security and Medicare, right? To turn Medicare into a voucher program. Their agenda is to dismantle everything that Bernie Sanders wants to expand. And as much as you may despise Hillary Clinton and the Democratic Party's way of doing things because they are corrupt, the Republicans are that much worse. By employing that inside-outside strategy we talk about all the time, we infiltrate and take over the Democratic Party and remodel them in our image. You know what? For everyone talking about going to the Green Party and supporting Jill Stein, I like Jill Stein. She's a nice woman. She's got good ideas. She doesn't stand a shot in hell of winning. And if we all move over to the Green Party, we wind up with the Republicans not only still controlling the Senate and the House, but the White House too, and the Supreme Court.
But the thing is, where I differ, and this is just a theory, because all we can have are theories right now because it hasn't come to the end.
Yeah.
So this is my theory, and I am not a conspiracy theorist in any way. I have theories of my own, which I base on facts that are already out and facts that might come out, which are coming out every single day. And we have until July 25th. Bernie can't go on this speech and actually come out right out and say, oh, well.
But let me step in a second. We don't have until July 25th. We have until November 8th. Election day is November 8th.
Well, Bernie has until July 25th. I think he's going to be the nominee. That's what I'm trying to say. I think that last night he conducted the epic Bernie Buster. If you remember what he did in Congress for those 8.5 hours when he stood on that floor. And that was the most amazing thing I've ever seen because that was very important to me because that involved me. I was a 99er, and he and they were not. That was a big compromise. The worst thing Obama. That's when I lost a hope in Obama when he made the Bush tax cuts permanent, not just extended them, but I believe they're permanent at this point. But in any case, yesterday he didn't concede. He didn't endorse. He didn't praise Hillary for being the better candidate. And he's leaving open the time because things are coming out every day. Whether it's I don't know the sources, so I don't want to, say, and I don't want to put things on your board if they're coming from Fox, which I don't. But I'm starting to trust what Fox says more than MSNBS or CNN. I mean, they had a report yesterday about the original Guccifer that he accepted a plea bargain deal for information to give to the FBI. All right, that's all here. So we don't know. But things will come out. I think Bernie is not, I think people are still underestimating Bernie Sanders. He said yesterday the same things about the DNC and the problems within the DNC that he was saying at the beginning of the campaign. He sounded like he was still in this race. He can't say what I want to say, because otherwise he will come off as what I'm sounding like, a conspiracy theorist or a nut, and he can't do that. But he's so smart. I mean, he's brilliant. I thought Obama was brilliant by selecting Hillary as the Secretary of State to keep his enemies close.
Yeah.
I don't think they like each other.
No, they don't.
I don't think Barack Obama and Michelle Obama. I mean, Tim Black put this theory through, and I agree with him. They hate Hillary.
Yeah.
And I don't think he wants her. I mean, he's blackmailed into endorsing her. But I think he's hoping that she does.
No, they do it for political expediency. Because,
and so does Liz Warren. And so is Liz Warren.
Well, exactly.
But Liz Warren is working within. She is working with Bernie. In my opinion,
I think she's working with all of them. She wants to make sure the Republicans do not win the White House. She wants to make sure the Democrats take back control of the Senate and the House, which is entirely possible with somebody as heinous as Donald Trump.
I think Donald Trump is becoming irrelevant at this point.
No, he's not.
He's killing himself.
Well, he is. He is, and they could replace him with somebody better. And that's why.
That's right. That's right. And Hillary Clinton has a less chance of beating the other people, Paul Ryan or Kasich, the other moderate Republicans, because she's a Republican, and she's going to lose to those other regular Republicans. She could beat Trump. I think she could beat him by a couple of points. I do.
Okay.
So, because she's winning right now in the polls against him.
Well, and again,
she's
winning almost by default, because he is so untenable as an idea. I mean, the thought of Trump as president is physically sickening. But for many of us, the thought of Hillary Clinton as president is physically sickening too, and there's the conundrum, as they say in the books. There's the rub. But and somebody asked me, did I really say the other day that the lesser of two evils wasn't evil? No, the lesser of two evils is absolutely evil. But I can't believe we're talking about levels of evil. But there you have it. But in this case, just look at them as figureheads and figure which party we have a better shot at of infiltrating and changing from the inside. You heard Mitch, who's a Bernie delegate, say, well, I'm going to go, but I'm also following Bernie's advice, and I'm running for the Democratic Executive Committee from here in Broward County, and I'm going to run for political office. This is what we need to do. We need to stay involved and even step it up. Take our focus off of the one office of the presidency and focus on changing the nature of the Democratic Party, where we have better shot, and the future of the country.
Well, I agree with that.
Yep.
And I'm also glad that Bernie has stayed within the Democratic Party, because originally or before I wanted him to run as a conservative, and I thought he might have won. I thought he might have won like that, but I think he's going to win the Democratic nomination. And you might think I'm crazy. Things are coming out every day about Hillary Clinton, and eventually it's going to have to be reported on even MSNBS and CNN.
I wouldn't hold my breath on that.
And right-wing sources. That's going to because they've been holding on to information for a long time, like about the donation to the Clinton Foundation for a person to be put on a committee that he was not qualified for regarding nuclear security, whatever, and then he resigned the day after it was exposed. Did you read that report by ABC News? No.
Which one? What?
About the person who donated to her campaign a lot of money.
Yes, and then became
Clinton Foundation.
Right, and then was put in a position for which he had no qualifications.
And then he resigned after the ABC, they were even threatened with getting arrested, the people that tried to interview this person.
Yeah.
I mean, things are coming out, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I also think that I don't think Donald Trump is going to be the nominee. He could run. I don't know if he's able to run as an independent, but he will if he's not. They can change the rules.
Yeah.
The GOP can do whatever the hell they want.
They can.
And
they will.
And if it's Paul Ryan or Kasich,
then we're in trouble. We're in big trouble.
If it's Hillary, but the polls show that Bernie beats them all.
Well, and again, he has not pulled out of the race yet, even though there are the calls for him to do. I'm glad he hasn't. I thought he was going to, frankly.
Me too. I was crying.
Yep. August, I'm going to run so other people can get in.
Sorry.
Thank you for the
call. Thanks so much for
call.
letting me call.
Always good to hear from you. Yeah. 954-889-6410 or Skype in to Nicole Sandler. That's the thing. As much as I'm praising Elizabeth Warren for not succumbing to the pressure that she was under, the calls for her to get in line and support the party's candidate, because the party was all in for Hillary Clinton from the beginning. Go look at that Guccifer, however you say it, the new hack of the Clinton, of the DNC that shows all the Oppo research on Trump. It also there's a memo that it's not clear exactly who wrote it, but it showed direct collusion between the Clinton campaign and the DNC going back to the beginning. They, of course, had the fix in for Hillary Clinton. We know that. That's why Bernie's first demand looks like it's already coming true. Debbie Wasserman Schultz may still be the titular head of the DNC. I just like saying titular. But she is not controlling the day-to-day operations any longer. Oh, no. Somebody else has been put into office. And, of course, my computer is so fucked up today, I don't have it at my fingertips. But Google, who controls the DNC now? There's somebody else who was put in charge for the day-to-day operations, sort of like a new general manager, right? And I think who will run the convention as well. Just know she's on her way out, okay? But the fact of the matter is Bernie Sanders did not suspend his campaign, although he did say they're not actively recruiting superdelegates to switch over because they understand math, which I love. I love that. But the thing is, he's still there should something happen, some earth-shattering thing, and the next candidate in line is the ideal choice for the nominee. Let him keep all his options open. I think he's doing exactly the right thing, switching the focus of his campaign to the issues rather than to the nomination, because he can't get the nomination at this point. He can if something happens to Hillary Clinton's campaign. He's keeping his options open, which is what he should do. So anyway, phone lines are open, 954-889-6410. That was